I think that's all right. All right, just setting up there. That's cool. So if you can just put something into the chat. Who have we got in here? We've got Mohammed. We've got Oceani. That's a nice name. Oceani. Very nice. And Raquel. Okay, so you're taking your TOEFL in April and probably March, and Raquel's taking hers in March as well. No problem. All right. Today we're going to focus on independent writing. Hopefully I'm going to give you a good structure that you can use in your exam to help you. It's really good to have a structure. Just let me, I think this is all rock and roll actually. Yeah, cool. So hello everyone, my name's Jay. I am one of the expert TOEFL teachers here at E2 Language. In this live class, we're going to look at the independent essay. And yes, as I was just saying, hopefully, well, not hopefully, this will help you out. Having a good structure, which I'm about to show you, a good essay structure, will make your life so much easier in the exam because you're not making decisions in the exam about how to structure it up, which is probably one of the most difficult questions you have to ask yourself. Instead, if you use this structure and if you practice this structure, and especially if you get feedback on this structure, perhaps through e2language.com, you will write a really good essay and you'll get a higher writing score. So let me show you this structure right now. So TOEFL independent essay. Let's have a look. What we're going to do in this class is I'm going to describe the task to you. We're going to look at that essay structure. We're going to write an introduction. We're going to write just one paragraph because the structure applies to all paragraphs. So we just need to write one. And we'll also write a conclusion. And I want you to actually write this. It's one thing to watch this video and to learn it. It's quite another thing to actually type it out, because by typing it out, you're really putting it into your brain, okay? Yes, it's true, it's true. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So, independent essay. What do you have to do on test day? This. You need to write an essay of between 300 and 350 words. And don't worry, you can see on the screen the word counter. You don't have to count the words. You have to write that essay that gives your opinion and specific reasons and examples to support it, okay? Cool, so let's look at today's essay question. The essay question today is this. I'm gonna give you just 20 seconds to read this. Right, let me read this to you. So it says, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? A teacher's ability to relate well with students is more important than excellent knowledge of the subject being taught. Let's just break this down quickly. So we've got a teacher's ability to, 1, relate well with students is more important than 2, excellent knowledge of the subject being taught, or excellent knowledge of the subject. So there's sort of 2 parts here. Which is more important, relating well with students or excellent knowledge of the subject? It's a bit deceptive. What structure are we going to use? We're going to use a simple 5-paragraph essay in order to reach that word count and answer the question comprehensively. Specifically, we're going to look at this structure here. Don't worry, it looks confusing, but I will take you through it sentence by sentence in a second. So our introduction will have 3 sentences, okay? A 3-sentence introduction. Now our paragraphs, each paragraph, so paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, is going to use a 4 sentences. And our conclusion will use 2 sentences, okay? So all up, we're going to write, well, I can't be bothered doing the mathematics, but you get the point. Just let me check that everything's okay in here. Everything's cool. Just let me, if you're in the live class and my screen is not formatting properly on your screen, just click this link here. I've just put it into the chat. For those of you in the Zoom live class, you can click that link and watch it on YouTube live. By the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, click like, leave a comment. Makes me feel good. I like that. Let's keep going. Okay, so that's the structure. I'm going to take you through the structure in a minute very deeply so you understand it completely. Before you start writing on test day, you need to develop a plan because okay, let me just talk you through this. What you don't want to do on test day is just start typing, because you'll sort of start typing, you'll get to a dead end. What you want to do is come up with the ideas first and then write out your ideas. You don't want to start writing and trying to think of ideas while you're writing, because that just doesn't work. Okay, that's how you go off topic. That's how you write something that's round and round in circles. Think first, then write. And you only need to think for about 30 seconds. So it's not a big issue. Let's go through it together. So we need to plan. Let's read the question again. A teacher's ability to relate well with students is more important than excellent knowledge of the subject being taught. Do you agree or disagree? If you agree, what's your reason 1? What's your reason 2? What's your reason 3? If you disagree and you think that excellent knowledge of the subject is more important, what's your reason 1? What's your reason 2? What's your reason 3? Let's do this. Hold on, let me take you through this. Okay. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think through this plan, because if you can't do this now, then you're going to have a problem on test day. So 30 seconds, read the question, think of whether you agree or disagree, come up with 3 distinct reasons, and they will become your paragraphs. 30 seconds starts now. All right, let me take you through a few possibilities here. So let's say we agree and we go with this thesis that, or the argument that a teacher's ability to relate well with students is the most important thing. So let's say we totally agree, totally agree. Well, reason 1 is, well, teachers can build trust with students if they relate to them, and trust building is important in teaching. Reason 2, maybe the classes will be more enjoyable for the students if the teacher relates well to the students, right? So we can write a paragraph about the enjoyability of class. And reason 3, well, let's say the teacher can understand individual students if they relate well to the students like that, okay? So we can possibly completely agree with this and write 3 distinct paragraphs about this, okay? You could do that. Let's say we completely disagree, and let's say we think that excellent knowledge of the subject is the most important aspect. In fact, relating well with students is just not important. So reason 1 is that you need deep expertise in order to teach anything, okay? Reason 2, our second paragraph will be that having excellent knowledge of the subjects helps you explain concepts more clearly, okay? And reason 3 could be that, well, you could help higher level students, because some students are very advanced in their thinking. So it's important that you have excellent knowledge of the subject so you can help those higher achieving students. So it's possible to completely disagree as well with this prompt. There's a third way that we can do this, and I suggest that this is probably the easiest, but you choose, it's up to you. Let's say we partially agree and we partially disagree. I know that the prompt said, do you agree or disagree with this statement? But what we can do is we can say, look, I agree to an extent. However, 2 sides to the coin. So let's look at an essay structure that partially agrees and partially disagrees, because I think actually this is probably the best option to take here. So let's say a teacher's ability to relate well, 1, and having an expert knowledge of the subject matter being taught. Let's say that you need both of these, okay? You need both of these skills to become a great teacher. So reason 1, you could talk about that interpersonal skills or relating well with students is an important aspect of teaching. Reason 2, your second paragraph, you could talk about how deep knowledge is also important. Paragraph 3, you could talk about the combination of the interpersonal skills or the ability to connect with students plus having deep knowledge is important there. So you can also structure your essay that way. So anyway, whatever you choose, it's up to you. You can completely agree, you can completely disagree, or you can partially agree, partially disagree, and have a nuanced understanding or nuanced approach to this essay. All three of those possibilities is fine. Are fine, is fine. Anyway, let's look at how to write the introduction and get started. Here we go. So we're going to write a 3-sentence introduction. Sentence 1, we're going to write a general statement, just a background statement based on the prompt. Something a little bit creative, but definitely based on that prompt. Sentence 2, we're going to rewrite the prompt in our own words. So it'll say the exact same thing, but just in different words. And sentence 3 will be a thesis statement where we say this essay will discuss blah, 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 and give our opinion. Let me talk you through mine. So I'm going to go with the partially agree, partially disagree. Sentence 1, write a general statement based on the prompt. Teachers need an array of interpersonal skills and a depth of knowledge in order to teach well. Okay, that is simply, I've read this and I've just written a background sort of general statement. Okay, that's my first sentence. Second sentence, I'm going to rewrite this prompt into my own words. It is thought by some people that a teacher's ability to build and maintain relationships with students is a more important skill than having expert knowledge in the subject matter. What I've done here is I've taken this prompt, I've rewritten it to say the exact same thing, but in different words. That's my sentence 2. Sentence 3 is my thesis statement. This essay will state my opinion. This essay will discuss why having good interpersonal skills in addition to deep subject matter knowledge is the key to powerful teaching. It is not a dichotomy. Okay, so there I've given my opinion that I partially agree or partially disagree. So in this one, you could say this essay will discuss why having good relationships with your students is the key, or this essay will discuss why, in fact, a deep subject knowledge is the key, or whatever it is. This is where you put your opinion, okay? Good. Your turn. Just before we do that, let me just show you this introduction, and I'll talk you through why this is a good introduction. By having a background sentence, rewriting the prompt, and then heading down to the thesis statement, what we're doing is we're creating a sort of inverted pyramid here. So you can think about this as a pyramid, there's an arrow. So we start broad, and then we go a little bit more precise. And then with that final sentence, this essay we're getting into the very precise part of what we're talking about. So you can pause that and let me read it to you. Teachers need an array of interpersonal skills and a depth of knowledge in order to teach well. It is thought by some people that a teacher's ability to build and maintain relationships with students is a more important skill than having expert knowledge in the subject matter. This essay will discuss why having good interpersonal skills in addition to deep subject matter knowledge is the key to powerful teaching. It is not, in fact, a dichotomy. It's not a dichotomy. That's a great introduction. Your turn. I'm going to give you 4 minutes to write yours. Your time starts now. All right, how did you go? Let's have a little look here. All right. I hope you're writing this at home. Anyway, cool. All right, let's continue on and look at the paragraphs, okay? Good. Anyway, that was the introduction. That's how you write a great introduction for any prompt. It doesn't matter what the prompt is, that will work. Let's look at paragraphs 1, 2, and 3. We'll just look at paragraph 1, but the same principles apply to 2 and 3 as well. Just before we do, if you're taking your TOEFL test, by the way, and you need help because you need a great online course, check out this website, e2language.com. You can see the website description below. Click the link, go across to e2language.com. You can sign up for free. We have excellent TOEFL courses available. We have a 1 week, 1 month, 6 month, and then we have premium packages that include tutorials with expert teachers like me, study plan consultations, whatever you need. We've got heaps and heaps of stuff there. So check it out, e2language.com, sign up for a free trial. Okay, paragraph 1, reason 1. So I'm going to say in my paragraph 1, I'm going to talk about how interpersonal skills are important, right? This is my first distinct idea. So sentence 1, I'm going to just mention that. I'm going to talk about how interpersonal skills are important. Sentence 2, I'm going to explain why they're important. Sentence 3, I'm going to give an example. Sentence 4, I'm going to conclude. So let me take you through this. State reason 1. There is no doubt that having strong interpersonal skills is an important aspect of effective teaching. Sentence 2, explain that. Without the ability to relate to students, there is no trust. And without trust, there can be no knowledge transfer. Now I need evidence. Sentence 3, it has been my experience that only with teachers whom I can relate to and trust can I receive information from more readily. Now I need to close this sentence, this paragraph. It is clear that an ability to connect to students through good interpersonal skills is an important facet of effective pedagogy. Let me read this paragraph to you and you can see the internal coherence, the strength, and the logic of it. There is no doubt that having strong interpersonal skills is an important aspect of effective teaching. Without the ability to relate to students, there is no trust. And without trust, there can be no knowledge transfer. Evidence. It has been my experience that only with teachers whom I can relate to and trust can I receive information from more readily. Closing sentence. It is clear that an ability to connect to students through good interpersonal skills is an important facet of effective pedagogy. Okay, that's a complex one, but that's the structure you need to use. Here we go. I'm going to get you to write one paragraph, state the reason why, make it clear and definitive what your paragraph is about. Do not mix your ideas together. We want to have one standalone idea that you then extrapolate on in each of the following sentences. Your 4 minutes starts now. All right. How did you go? How does your paragraph look? Is it a single idea or have you mixed in other ideas? You want to make sure that you write about a distinct single idea. Don't mix your ideas in the paragraph. For example, let's say you're writing about, I don't know, let's say the question prompt is about um, cigarette smoking, something like that. So paragraph 1 will be about it's bad for your health. Okay, that's it. Paragraph 2 will be about the cost of cigarette smoking. Okay, so it's separate and distinct from the first idea. So second paragraph is about cost. Third paragraph is about the effects of passive smoking on others. So you've got health, which damages you. You've got the cost of cigarettes, and then you've got passive smoking. So you need to come up with 3 separate and distinct ideas when you're writing this essay. What you don't want to do is in paragraph 1, talk about the health and cost, or health and passive smoking, or cost and passive smoking. That's a no-no. So consider that when you're writing, okay? All right, let's write the conclusion, the final part of the essay. Of course, you need to write 2 other paragraphs, but let's not do it now. You can do that in your own time. The conclusion is just going to have 2 sentences. Sentence 1 will have a sentence that says this essay discussed reasons 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to give your overall opinion. Let me walk you through this. So this essay discussed reasons 1, 2/3. This essay discussed the reasons why having both strong interpersonal skills and an in-depth knowledge of the subject is the key to good teaching. So what you're doing here is you're saying, okay, this essay discussed the reasons why, 1, paragraph 1, having both strong interpersonal skills, and 2, in-depth knowledge, and whatever your third one is as well. So discuss that. So you're just recapping those ideas. Then in sentence 2, you give your overall opinion. Having one set of skills without the other will not result in the ability to transfer knowledge from one mind to the other in an effective way. In short, a good teacher needs both sets of skills. So that last sentence needs to be a powerful one, and it needs to state your overall opinion. Let's now write let me show you this conclusion. This is what it will look like on test day. That's just 2 sentences, but it's strong, it's coherent, it's recapping what you have written in your paragraphs. In other words, it's going to get you a high score. Now it's your turn to write. Wait. You can't write the essay because you didn't do it. That's cool. Let me just show you what your essay will look like on test day. So here we have the intro. Remember, the intro has 3 sentences. 1, it has the background general statement. 2, you rewrite the question prompt. 3, this essay will discuss blah, 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 blah. Then you have your paragraph 1. That's going to have 4 sentences. It's going to have the opening topic sentence, right? The reason 1. Then you're going to explain. Then you're going to give evidence. Then you're going to close it with a closing sentence. And you'll do that in paragraph 2, and you'll do that again in paragraph 3 with separate, distinct ideas. So this will be idea 1, idea 2, idea 3. Your conclusion will have 2 sentences. This essay discussed 1, 2, and 3. And then you'll have your second sentence, which is your opinion. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how you structure up your independent TOEFL essay so you get a high score. Let's just quickly look at evaluation, so how this is scored. So you're scored on these parameters, these criteria. Clearly address the topic. Well, we definitely clearly address the topic. Do not go off topic. Okay, you want to stay on topic the whole time. Well organized, uses a logical structure. Definitely. If you use this structure, you'll get the highest score possible for this criterion. Has clear examples, explanations, and details. Well, every paragraph has examples, explanations, and details. Uses correct sentence structure, word choice, grammar, and vocabulary. If you want some feedback on your essays, sign up to e2language.com, sign up to one of the packages. One of our experts will give you written feedback on your essay, or you can also take tutorials, one-on-one tutorials, so we can go through your essay with you. But check out the website. That website again is, just in case you forgot, www.e2language.com. Check it out, sign up for free. Cool, that's all from me. Let me answer a few questions, if you have any questions. All right, good. Jihan's written a nice paragraph there. That's nice. Good on you. If you have any questions, please put them into the chat. No questions on YouTube Live. All right. I might actually leave it there. Okay, just give me a second. All right, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm back. Little technical mishap there. Let's have a look at these questions. Oceana asks, how long do we have to do this part of the test, and do we have to write several essays during the test? You have 30 minutes to write the independent essay of 300 to 350 words, 30 minutes. And you also get an integrated writing for 20 minutes, which is 150 words, which requires you to read as well as write. If you want to check out the integrated writing video, you can. It's on YouTube as well. Or you can sign up to the course. Any other questions? Any other questions? Nope. Cool. I'll leave you to it. Thanks very much for coming along. I appreciate it. I hope it was helpful. Remember, you need to practice writing these essays before test day to make your test experience a lot better and to increase your chances of a high score. Cool. I'll see you guys soon.